Expansion for the North Country Federal Credit Union location on Center Street in Lyndonville has entered its next step. Good evening, I'm Matthew Seaver.
And I'm Morgan Vaudrian. At a select board meeting last night, the board approved a rezoning of a South Street property that would pave the way for North Country Credit Union to expand by adding parking and additional office spaces according.
When we moved in there, we thought we would be set for.
Lyndonville power crews are still out restoring power to Linden, Burke, and Newark following the storm this weekend. In Burke, crews have been out since last night fixing a service after a tree knocked down a transformer on Burke Green Road. The crew had to put up a new pole, set up a new transformer, and turn the wire back before fixing the service. Crews could not tell News 7 when they expect all their customers to have power restored. The town of St. Johnsbury has announced that parking in their downtown area is free for the next 2 years. The parking committee announced last night that they will be taking down the meters in an effort to revamp their system. The plan is to reinstall new smart meters, which can take coins, cash, or credit cards. Prices will go up when the meters come back, but the money collected will be invested towards the town.
The concept too is that the revenue gain from parking needs to be reinvested back into improved parking facilities and improving the downtown.
When the new meters go in, the prices will go up from 25 cents to 50.
The growing concern over drug addiction took center stage today at the Grace United Church in St. Johnsbury. Susan Cherry was the guest speaker at the Women's Club event and discussed how, as a community, everyone should try to help those who are struggling with addiction. She also talked about how drug addiction affects more than just the addicts themselves. Children often pay the biggest price.
It bothers all of us to see, but we haven't really got involved with that as much on the Women's Club, because most of our members are older members, but you know, we are concerned about our youth.
The children are really the innocent victims of the opioid crisis. Not only is there a problem if there are drugs in a house where children are playing, but also when children are born to addicted parents, or if the family is homeless because of substance abuse disorder.
The Women's Club of St. Johnsbury is a volunteer organization that helps out the local area as much as possible.
The Fenton Chester Ice Arena in Lyndonville canceled their public skate tomorrow due to the ice not being ready. The arena prefers to have its ice cooled to about 19 degrees, but because of the warm weather that's outside, the ice is only 28 degrees right now. Over 10 separate teams practice at Fenton Chester and rely on this ice for their games and practices. They're waiting on a new piece of hardware, which in combination with colder weather should resolve any problems.
We have a chiller issue, so what we've been doing with the ice is babying it, just putting little bits of water down at a time, and hopefully it freezes. And it's a little soft right now, but once we get the colder weather coming, we should be fine.
Carr said that he hopes the ice will be ready by Saturday. The wait is finally over for St. Johnsbury as they sworn their new police chief today. Good evening, I'm Andrew Whalen.
And I'm Matt Trudeau. Tim Page was a lieutenant sergeant in the Vermont State Police for 20 years before retiring in 2007. He was officially sworn in today, surrounded by his fellow officers at a ceremony at the Welcome Center in St. Johnsbury. Both he and town manager Chad Whitehead expressed their enthusiasm for Page as the new chief.
Well, optimism, obviously. I mean, whenever you get someone new coming in, it's you know, there's opportunity that comes with that. There's abilities to look within ourselves and see what improvements can be made. And, there's always hope that that individual can help make that happen.
I was looking for a new challenge, something different, and this fit the bill, and it's a good community, so I felt it would be a good place to start.
Page will start the new job December 4th and will use the first couple of weeks to get his feet wet.
I was coming down the road slowly because the roads were kind of bad, obviously. The road wasn't even sanded when I was driving down. It didn't look like it, but I started slipping. I couldn't get traction again. I just slowly slid in the ditch.
A local NEK attraction was recently voted the #1 best attraction in Vermont, according to Top10.com.
News 7's Andrew Whalen went down to see how they feel about receiving this honor.
What do you think would be the #1 attraction in the state of Vermont? According to 10best.com, Dog Mountain in St. Johnsbury is the best attraction in the state of Vermont. And when asked how it felt to stand up against that competition, Administrative Assistant Sarah Brooks says they were humbled.
I think that's an honor to be at that level. That's tremendous. And it feels, we feel pretty special about being in that company, Shelburne Farms and all that, Ben & Jerry's, yeah, definitely.
It wasn't just Dog Mountain employees that feel they deserve this award. Jeff Scarpino is a local dog trainer and had been coming here long before he started training dogs.
I think it's fantastic. I mean, this is a free thing for people just to come up and bring their dogs. It's a wonderful backdrop and everything for the dogs here, and I just think it's one of the best things you can do. I love it here. It's a great spot.
Brooks attributes part of their success over the past year to their concert series that occurred over the summer and expects that there will be continued growth to come.
But we've had more foot traffic this year anyway, and I think now that we've gotten this top 10, the best attraction in Vermont, I'm sure we'll see a reflection in the next season.
With this proposed economic growth and popularity around the region, Dog Mountain hopes that they can keep this spot on the top 10 for more than just 1 year. Andrew Whalen, News 7, St. Johnsbury.
Kingdom Trails in Burke also ranked #3 on the best attractions list and said that they are also proud of their honor.
The Barnett School is looking to increase cultural awareness, and this week they brought in someone from Burlington to help.
News 7's Andrew Whalen has more.
I'm doing a 5-day taiko residency. I'm teaching taiko, Japanese drumming. I'm using some Japanese pedagogy techniques, some of the Japanese teaching techniques that I experienced when I was growing up in Tokyo.
Originally from Connecticut, Stuart Payton grew up in Tokyo, where he started drumming in 1st grade. He has then been teaching taiko drumming for over 30 years.
Well, I think it's valuable for the kids to learn another movement style, and this is another movement style, another musical style. And I think it's also valuable for the teachers as well to see another teaching style. And so some of the tricks that I use then get harvested by teachers at different schools and used in the classroom after I leave. One more time, this is the only drum. This is the only drum drumming.
And while it might take a little while for the students to get the hang of it, they're having fun in the process.
We say the rhythm, and then we hit it. We have a little group first, and then we go off and do it. It's fun because we can beat on the drums as hard as we can. He lets us do that. That's always fun.
Stewart also said that after the week of instruction, he hopes the students walk away with a better understanding of Japanese culture and music. Andrew Whalen, News 7, Barnet.
And snow has fallen and been made covering the slopes and signaling the start of the ski season. News 7's Matthew Seaver was at Burke Mountain for the first day of their public ski season.
Burke Mountain opened its slopes to the public on Saturday, and conditions on the mountain were fast and bumpy.
It's pretty good, but there's a lot of death cookies, which are like little ice balls, but yeah, it's pretty grippy and stuff. It's good.
Packed powder, a little bit of corn, some ice in places, but for this time of year in Vermont at Burke, it's great.
It was the earliest opening for Burke in over a decade, and it brought all kinds of different people to the mountain.
I've seen some pass holders, I've seen some out-of-staters, I've seen some locals. It's a great mix.
One thing that everyone was looking forward to seeing more of was snow.
Yeah, a lot more snow.
Matthew Seaver, News 7, Burke.
Traffic is moving a little smoother tonight as construction on the Route 2B in St. Johnsbury has come to an end. Today, Governor Phil Scott was on hand to officially open the section of the bridge that not only will benefit drivers, but also users of the Lamoille Valley Rail Trail. News 7's Andrew Whalen explains.
After being closed for 45 days this summer, Governor Phil Scott officially announced the opening of the Route 2B bridge in St. Johnsbury. The bridge construction was actually completed 5 days ahead of schedule, which Governor Scott says is because of the new Advanced Bridge Program.
Doing so in a manner that was expedited by this Advanced Bridge Program that we have, Expedited Bridge Program, as well as kept the rail trail in use and Route 2 in use for longer periods of time during the year.
The bridge, which is about 80 feet shorter than it was, passes over the Lamoille Valley Rail Trail. VTrans Secretary Joe Flynn believes that the rail trail plays a vital role in Vermont recreation.
The Lamoille Valley Rail Trail is a gem. When it's completed, it'll be 96 miles. It'll be the longest contiguous trail in New England. I believe when you look at the various recreational opportunities that all these trails around the state provide us, this is going to be probably the signature trail. And the fact that the bridge sort of frames the beauty of the trail right in this location is very fortunate.
St. J. Selectman Tom Moore owns part of the property that both the bridge and the rail trail are on.
As a selectman in St. Johnsbury, I'm really happy that we're being able to get bikers, hikers, and snowmobilers down into town. Anything that we can do to get the tourists and the local people using it is a big help.
A big help in keeping cars and recreation moving in the Northeast Kingdom. Andrew Whalen, News 7, St. Johnsbury.
Secretary Flynn also said that the construction on the bridge did not have much of an impact on travel because it is not a high-traffic area.
Until you're starting to show signals of calm, then we... Today the styrofoam is going to go down. We're pouring a radiant floor here, so we're going to have a 6-inch slab that's going to get poured hopefully over the next few days. So today is going to be styrofoam and putting down rebar and then the actual radiant floor itself. So hopefully by this weekend we'll have our nice new insulated slab poured.